Do you know the convenient factor about her going on with Colbert?
I didn't know.
It just so happened to coincide with when this vote was taking place. Just missed it by a fraction of an inch. By a fraction of an inch, conveniently decided that they were not going to be there in the nick of time. But
so basically, so she abstained, is what you're saying?
Yes, she abstained, and we all know that if she was there, no matter what she
would never block anything.
No, but before we're going to get to Slotkin in a minute, but I do want to play this clip that I just sent you, Colin. There is something really sinister going on with Bernie. I don't know why he feels that it is a bridge too far to say the word genocide. Now,
that's not the only problem. That's not the only problem.
No, there are several problems for sure, but we cannot deny the reality that he avoids saying this word. And Marjorie Taylor Greene, of all people, doesn't deny saying that word. How is it possible, other than what some have suggested, which is Bernie is trying to protect his good friend Joe, because if you say genocide, that means that Harris and Biden were part of the genocide.
I think at the end of the day, Bernie's a Zionist. I think at the end of the day, he's what we would call liberal Zionist that always supported the idea of a two-state solution. But, you know, he also is somebody that, even though he doesn't have AIPAC donors, he has a lot of supporters and people that are Zios. There's no doubt about it.
And as you've said many a times before, Bernie is institutionalized. Bernie is also looking to protect certain people within the ranks. And this is what he said to Caitlin Collins on CNN the other right before the vote was cast.
Point yet where you would call what's happening in Gaza a genocide?
You can use whatever word you want.
But Marjorie Taylor Greene is saying that she's the first Republican to go there.
I'm sorry. Yeah. Look,
and they're just trying to get clickbait, which is also annoying.
Yes.
Like she's just trying to bait him into it. Like that's pointless discussion.
It is, but at the same time, it's also, you could tell how much this upsets him. Like they're never going to stop talking about it, Bernie. No matter how much you think that you can be like, well, we could phrase it this way, we could phrase it that way. But the idea that you can't say it, the idea that they're still not recognizing that close to 500,000 people have been mass murdered at this point, it is beyond the definition of genocide. And that's the disturbing part. And he's going to get even worse.
Yeah, no, we're this is the Holocaust.
Yeah.
The Holocaust. Yeah.
Genocide is a legal term. What is going on now clearly is absolutely horrific. 60,000 people dead and 140,000 who have been wounded. But the important point.
I'm jumping through my friggin' skin. I'm like, this is where we need a rage-o-meter, because now I feel so enraged. How dare he use that number? I'm so annoyed.
Beyond.
All right, so listen, we have to address G the troll. Just because I'll put it out there, because it could be somebody who just doesn't know any better. So, G, I am Jewish. I identify as Jewish, more so as an atheist, but I was raised Jewish. And there's nothing wrong with Judaism. And to me, in as much as there is with any other religion, I don't like any of it. So to me, it's all silly. However, Jews, not necessarily, are Semites. So you should learn that. Like, for example, I'm Jewish, but I'm not a Semite because I'm an Ashkenazi Jew. So you should learn some things. Maybe if you stick around, you'll learn some things. But ixnay on the going after Jews. It's going to just get you banned. So don't do it. All right.
Yeah, but if you're going to say it, at least say it right. That's what I would say.
Yeah.
Right.
All right. Onward.
That's not what you call it. It is horror. And I think the whole world knows that. The answer is, what the hell do we do about it? Should the United States taxpayer, should your taxpayer dollars go to support a government
better than that
That
too.
is the most important issue. So immediately, you got to get ceasefire, you got to get humanitarian aid in, but the United States cannot continue to aid and abet the Netanyahu government doing what it's doing.
Do you want to see United States personnel on the ground helping distribute aid? I mean, what is another scenario here, do you think?
The United Nations has done, under very difficult circumstances, a good job until they were kicked out by Netanyahu. So I would like to bring them back.
What Bernie is not addressing here, which is the biggest problem of all, which is where I agree 100% with Jen, and that is, this is really not Netanyahu's call. if we decided that, hey, the aid's getting in there and you're going to stop, otherwise no more money for little Israeli, that would be all it would take. I know it's a stereotype about Jews, but let's be honest. If the money was withheld from Israel, that's all it would take.
And yet he has signed the money, and I am sick and tired of his talking points about Netanyahu. That's, you know what that is? That's sort of when they assign their when they give out the scripts at the little Democrat meetings, when they're all in like mode as to how to handle the PR and everything, and they all figure they go in their own little lanes, and he plays Mick Resistance. That's the talking point that he feels safe to use, where it's critical of the situation, but only in as much as it's critical of Netanyahu. And he knows better. And he also knows better than our tax dollars don't fund spending. And he knows better with that too.
He does. And if you think that you're upset at Bernie now, keep in mind, this was Bernie making his speech on the Senate floor before the bill came up for a vote. Brace yourself.
This is a terrorist organization which began. Hamas is a terrorist organization which
Bernie.
began this war.
Oh my God.
With a brutal terrorist attack.
I can't believe. When was this?
I just told you.
Now? This is from now?
Yesterday.
Oh my God. I'm going to be sick. I cannot believe he is still saying to me, when the word Hamas comes out of someone's mouth, I want like one of those things where it's like a fist on the end of a spring to come out and punch him in the face. You know what I'm talking about? Like those fists, those boxing gloves on the end of a spring.
Yeah.
Fuck him for saying this. They started this war.
And it's not a war. Why do they keep calling it a war?
This is
these. You know what I would say? They're out there. He's saying that this is a war. Does this woman cradling her dying child from malnutrition and starvation, does she look like she's out there fighting a war? Do those people desperately trying to get food?
Those are children. Those are all children. In that picture.
They're fighting a war. Let me tell you, they're really fighting a war. You know what war they're fighting, Bernie? They're fighting a war inside, not to go and mass kill people once they're of age and they know how to look back on what just happened. Think about how many jihadis you have created as a result of this. I'm so
disgusted. I'm getting more and more disgusted with him by the day. Like I didn't realize that I could feel this disgusted by Bernie, and I do. Like this, and is
I didn't even know like what his statement is serving. This preempt, I have to let everybody know that this is very important because
that's the thing. He has to like, suck off somebody before he can get to the point. In order to make a point about helping starving people, I first have to make sure to walk on eggshells and suck off whoever I have to in the little Jewish sector that's all uptight about this. I'm so aggravated.
Guys, we have over 250 watching live as we speak, but only 134 likes. If you would be so kind, and it would be tremendously appreciated. Jen, I think you know the importance of this as well.
What? Which part?
Please smash that like button.
Oh, yes. Everybody, please hit the like button.
You're closer to it,
It really does help. It helps get helps spread the word.
Yes, we're not asking you to pay us, although any contributions are appreciated.
I just feel like he's getting so much worse. And the second half of the show tonight will be a call-in for members. So feel free to join.
Rachel understands.
I have some significant rage.
We all do. All right, let's see what else the Burnster has to say.
2023, they killed 1,200 innocent Israelis.
Lie. Also been debunked.
I mean, you've got Bassem Youssef, who has come out and has said it's about 300 or so, and the rest of them were all military, and most of the killing was done by Israel, not Hamas.
Absolutely.
But yet he's still going with this.
Well, I'm waiting to see, does he also throw in the beheaded babies or rape narrative in this ridiculous prelude to whatever he's going to try to now suck off the other side for? He's trying to play both sides.
Which
it doesn't work. No.
It doesn't work.
No.
And took 250 hostages.
How many hostages has Israel taken, Bernie? Over 15,000.
Oh, but they don't. But those aren't hostages, Peter. They call those prisoners.
Oh, well, of course. I mean, they're
Even
white
though they've never
Ashkenazis.
been charged with anything, and a good majority of them are children, mind you, those are prisoners.
White Ashkenazis. That's why.
Everyone agrees with that.
No.
The International Criminal Court was right to indict the leaders of Hamas as war criminals for those atrocities.
I wonder if he'll say they're right when they come after people like, you know, Joe Biden and Anthony Blinken. Anywho.
And I think most of us agree with that. There is also, I believe, no disagreement as to whether or not Israel, like any other country similarly attacked, had a right to defend itself. Clearly, it did.
Clearly, it doesn't. See now, and that here's the thing that's really infuriating about that. That's not an opinion. That's not an opinion. That's a fact. That's a fact based on international law for people who would like us to comply with international law. I would. I'd like that. I think it would be a better way for us all to be. But they did not have a right to defend themselves. There's no right to self-defense of an occupying force when the occupied, and I mean by any means necessary, resist occupation.
Yeah, that's what people
That's
fail.
the thing. You don't get to pick how people resist being occupied. If you put your boot on someone's neck, yeah, you'd like for them to first say, please excuse you. But if they decide to pull out a gun and shoot you and you die, also fair game. That's just the luck of the draw. It's like, you know, that's how it goes. But I'm with the by any means necessary. And international law says they do have that right. So that means Israel as the occupier does not have the right to self-defense.